Hi everyone, welcome back. Finally, this is where we finally are. I feel like it's been such a long time. Thanks everyone for sticking with me. I've been MIA for a little while. Sorry about that, you guys. I apologize. I know I haven't posted any content in about a month. But yeah, I just had to take some time out, it was Christmas too. Sometimes, I get a little overwhelmed with things, as you know. This is a totally new venture for me. Oh, and I'm learning so much, get a little overwhelmed, and then Christmas on top of that. I just kind of needed to take some time out, but thank you guys for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. Still sitting at 550 subscribers. Thank you guys. I love you all very, very much. It's just cool that you guys are here at the beginning of this new venture. So I appreciate everything, and you guys just sort of sticking around until I figure everything out. So anyway, during my break, I kind of wanted to, I gotta turn the music down a little bit. Let's see. There, that's better. I wanted to kind of reflect on what I wanted this channel to be about. I'm a healer first. And these are the tools of my trade, tarot plus some other things that I use as well. And I really thought about what my role was. And my destiny is really to guide others on their healing journey, their spiritual journey. Okay? Other readers, they focus on love, the soulmate, abundance and finances, blessings, etc. Some even focus on the darker energies that might be affecting your life. And I'm not saying that's wrong. I love those channels. There's so many great readers out there. But I know that I want to kind of focus on strictly a person's spiritual development. That journey. What do you need to learn? What are the messages that the universe is sending you? Okay? But what I found is if you're on this healing journey, if you feel like, you're kind of missing a piece or you have a void, if you're strictly focused on, filling that void with something external, it could be a soulmate, another person, maybe a place or a thing. I don't know. But if you're seeking to fill that void externally, your journey is going to be very difficult. Okay? To fill a void or missing piece, nothing externally is going to fix that. Okay? The healing must come from within. And at the end of your journey or your medicine walk, fine. If you're still interested in a soulmate, then then proceed. But you will only be healed or well enough. Once you get to the end and you finally think you're healed or you're well enough, you have to make sure that you're not passing any of that negativity or baggage on to the next person, right? Passing on baggage is, kind of bad karma, right? So keeping all of that in mind, we're all on this journey. We're all trying to evolve spiritually, progress. Like I said, if we feel like we're missing a void or a piece, we're trying to find ways to fill that, to make us whole. But in regards to this idea of the soulmate or twin flame, and I think I mentioned before, I'm not a fan of soulmate readings. I do them. They're interesting. But some of us, you got to realize, and this is true for healers, okay? Some of us are just meant to walk alone, okay? My job is to work with others, to help others. But in this time, I learned that my own journey was to stand on my own 2 feet as I learn and I grow and evolve, okay? Some of us are just not meant to meet that person in this lifetime or that thing that makes us whole. What we're meant to do in this lifetime is to focus on the lessons sent towards us by the universe. Okay? What are the challenges? What are the lessons? We're meant to live in the moment. and grow spiritually, if we're always seeking, searching, we will not find what it is that we need unless we look within first. Okay, so this is a four-part series. Basically, this is what I wanted to focus on. What do you do? Okay, if you find yourself in this situation where you're kind of at a loss, you feel like you're missing something, but what do you do if you're in that state of longing? You know, if you're longing for that missing piece, what do you do? So I wanted to create a 4-part series, okay, in order to discuss how to handle this particular part of your journey. It's kind of something we all go through, right? And what I want to talk about, what do you do in the meantime, okay, until your missing piece arrives? Even if it does, like I said, it may not happen in this lifetime. You know, it may happen in the next lifetime, or maybe it happened in the past. But maybe in this lifetime, you're like me. You're just meant to focus on you and what makes you happy and do the work within, okay? You will reap the rewards in the next life. Absolutely 100%, okay? But anyway, this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to focus on this book. It's all inspired by this book called The Missing Piece by Shel Silverstein, okay? This is a perfect example of the spiritual journey to become whole. And if you haven't read this book, I mean, it's just really cute, simple illustrations. But I think it is such, I don't know, a perfect example of what we're here to do. If you resonate as a starseed, I think you'll probably understand what I'm talking about. You know, we're sent here to just experience life and to evolve and to learn, help others pass on that wisdom, right? So anyway, I wanted to base it on this book. Now, just a quick history. You can see it's a really old, battered book. I think at some point someone paid 3 cents for it. But just a quick history. This book was given to me by a person a long, long time ago, like in my 20s. And I mean, I didn't like this person at all. And when they gave me the book, I was pretty offended. All right. I was offended because, you know, like at the time, you know, maybe I was looking at it from an ego standpoint. You know, who are you? Who are you to tell me, you know, that I'm missing a piece? Why would you give me this? What are you trying to say? You know, I went through the whole thing. But then over time, you know, now knowing what I know, I realized that, you know, since everything happens for a reason, I was meant to receive this book. You know, I was angry because this person that gave me this book was reflecting back to me something I didn't like about myself. Okay? At that time, I felt like I was missing a piece. And I was on that endless search, endless journey looking externally. And this person picked up on that. Okay? So now I know that about myself, and I've learned it, okay? That I was on this never-ending path. And because I was searching, I was experiencing the same type of negative situations over and over again, okay? Until I realized that these were the lessons that the universe was sending to me, okay? No, you're looking in the wrong spot. So until you get it, I'm gonna make you repeat this over and over again until you finally get it, okay? And I realized after a certain amount of time that, yeah, you know, like I said, I'm one of these people that's not meant to find that external partnership or external fulfillment. It has to be within myself. So, you know, just like I said, what do you do in the meantime, right? And I just wanted to use this book as a basis for the 4-part series. We're going to focus on kind of what you do as you're just going through the journey. And I mean, I'm not going to read this book, but if you go through it, you know, it's basically about this guy here, okay? And he's on this journey. He's rolling along, singing a song, and he's looking for his missing piece the whole entire time. But as he's going, he's having all of these adventures and in all these different situations, right? But he's kind of enjoying it. I mean, he's stopping to talk to worms. He's stopping to smell the flowers. It's a good time, right? He's enjoying the time and trying to stay in the moment, okay? But he's going through all of these adventures, and it's not an easy path. I think that's what this book illustrates, that it's not this journey when you choose to embark on it. It's difficult. It has its up and downs, right? You fall down sometimes, all right? Sometimes you even find what you're looking for, but it's not the right thing, okay? It doesn't fit. You might face rejection, okay? The person may not fit, may not be a good fit for you at all. Maybe it's because of different lifestyles, okay? Maybe the person's ego is out of control, right? Maybe they're too sharp. I look at this like maybe that piece that you had or that you thought you had, it was just too mean, right? Situation not for you. Maybe the person or thing or situation was too square. I've met a lot of squares, right? So, you know, you're going through this journey, and that's what it's about, this spiritual journey, all right? Sometimes you find your peace. Sorry, look, he found his peace, and it didn't quite fit. All right, I think it was back here. It didn't quite fit anyway, and he lost it. But then he found another piece, and he held on too tightly, and it broke. That's self-sabotage, right? How many of you do that? You go through life kind of self-sabotaging yourself, right? But you know, you just keep going. I mean, that's what it's about. The whole thing, the lessons from the universe it's about the journey, about having the adventure, okay? And it's not easy. You might fall into holes, okay? And you might even bump into stone walls. So that's what this first reading is going to focus on, okay? If you're on your journey and you feel like you have this void and you're constantly searching and searching and searching, maybe you've had several experiences in the past and now you find yourself stuck. That's what the first part of the series is going to focus on, okay? What do you do, okay, if you're kind of stuck? And what kind of advice can we get from the guides, from the spirit guides, to find our way out of that hole, to get over and around the wall, okay? We're also going to talk about what do you do, okay, if you had your peace and you lost it? What do you do if you're pining over the past? How do we move past that? That will be the second part of the series. The third part will focus on the self-sabotage aspect. What if you had your peace and you held on too tightly and you broke it? Okay? We're going to do a reading about that. But in the end, you know, this guy, he does find his peace, his missing piece, and it fits perfectly, okay? But he realizes because he can't, that he's found this perfect piece, he can no longer sing. He lost his voice. So he put the piece down and he just carried on with his journey, right? To me, this means that this is the path of healing, okay? Healing always comes first. Another person, no matter how perfect it is, if you still have those old soul wounds, that person or that thing or whatever it is externally is not going to fix it. The whole journey is about going within and healing yourself. So we will end it on a good note, because when you get to this point, the final part of the series, you've got all this past experience behind you, all of this wisdom, right? Now you're ready to go, okay, I'm ready to stand in my own power, move forward. And there's so many blessings that come from that. So we will end this 4-part series on a good note, just talking about your blessings, what might happen, you know, just all the good stuff will come up at the end. So for now, let's get started. I know I've talked enough, but let's talk about what to do if you find yourself stuck. How do you get unstuck, okay? So I've already cleared the space. Let's just call in the ancestors and the spirits, okay? And mind your ears, okay? Okay. So we'll just get started, all right? Ancestors, spirit guides, angels, higher beings. This is a general reading for the collective. Please provide any advice or wisdom you have for those who may find themselves stuck on their journey. What can they do to get unstuck as they proceed on their path to healing, their spiritual journey? If they're feeling stuck right now, what can we do? What can they do to move forward? Oh, these all popped up. Okay. So we have the Fool. Okay. I'll take this one next. Yeah, Four of Swords, healing. All right. Taking the risk. Taking the risk to take the time out to heal. It is a risk. Focusing on yourself sometimes can be a risk. You've got the Ace of Wands. This is a new beginning. Once you realize that you need to focus on yourself, all these new beginnings become possible because you're no longer focused on that external thing that you think is going to fill that void. We have the Ace of Cups. Again, new beginnings, love. You know, this loving relationship with yourself even. You know, falling in love with the idea of the new beginning. Okay? In the meantime, this is what you're going to focus on to get yourself unstuck as you move forward. To find what will make you whole, if that's what you're destined to do. The Empress, yeah. Okay? Focusing yourself and healing, you'll always become this Empress. Okay? Beautiful, radiant. You want the harmony, all the abundance and grace is at the end of your journey. Okay? If you take the time to heal. You step in your power, right? That's what it all comes down to. Stepping into your own power. Seven of Cups. The journey is overwhelming, right? Lots of choices, lots of adventures. Like I said, you know, this connects to the book so clearly, right? Adventures, falling into holes, hitting brick walls. It can be overwhelming. But if you choose this path, you have to be just willing to accept that that's going to be the situation sometimes, right? The Hermit, going within. How do you get yourself unstuck? You go within. Find within what will make you happy, what makes you fulfilled. Do you need more self-care? Do you need to give yourself more consideration, more love? Give yourself a break, cut yourself some slack sometimes, right? And strength. Yeah, this journey requires strength. And it will take strength to get out of those holes, to get over that brick wall. Like I said, this is not an easy path if you choose it. But I'm telling you, very few will choose this path because it's too hard. And those who do choose it are incredibly, incredibly strong. All right. So always give yourself credit for that. So yeah, getting back to the focus of the reading, what are we going to do? The advice that you need to do if you're feeling stuck. So the Fool is always about taking a risk, seeing the potential. Can you see past? If you're at the bottom of the hole, can you see up over the top of the edge? Okay, can you imagine what might be up there? Can you imagine and see what's on the other side of the wall? Okay, you can't, but you got to take a risk and go for it anyway, right? Not be afraid. Let's get a little bit more detail on this Fool. You know, don't be afraid of what's on the other side if you're feeling stuck. You know, the fear of not knowing can hold us back. But that may be a lesson, something that you need to learn in this life. Feel the fear and do it anyway, right? Let me see. Tell me about the Fool. So we have the Flower. Let's see. Tell us about the Fool. And Blood. Yeah, this journey, I mean, it's about blossoming, right? Blood, sweat, and tears goes into this. It's not for the weak. It's not for the uninspired. You have to be open to everything that comes your way. Be aware, be awake. And the Cat. Okay? So let me see, the 23, 8 blood, and 22 cat. You know, I mean, you're about to blossom. It's been a lot, like a hard time getting here. But there's all this new potential. You have to realize on the other side of the wall, you know, up out of the hole, there's all these new opportunities and potential. Okay? There's kindness. Be kind to yourself as well, okay? Cut yourself some slack. It's not about how fast you get there, okay? It's about the journey and what you learn from that. So it's not a rush. So give yourself some credit. Even realizing that you may be stuck is a huge step, okay? A lot of people don't even see that. A lot of people are just content to live their daily lives the same over and over again. But you're healing and you're more focused on life, okay? And going down this path, you may have made a lot of sacrifices, but you have such a strong history. You have strong ancestors. They're there with you, guiding you, all right? Your blood, it's in your blood to do this. Like I said, you may really resonate as a star sign. You know, you were meant to do this, basically. This is part of your ancestral path, right? But your ancestors are definitely backing you. They're watching you every step of the way, sending you advice. There's resurrection, okay? You may find yourself, if you're on this journey, searching for this missing piece all the time. You're probably, you know, you could be a very independent person, but you've suffered a lot of misfortune, okay? But to get unstuck, to not dwell on the misfortune, you have to sort of rely on your instincts, your intuition. You know, just believe, take that risk as represented by the Fool. Believe that there's new opportunities on the other side of that wall, okay? And don't let the fear of the unknown hold you back, okay? You're strong. I mean, we end with the Strength card. So it's completely possible. 4 of Swords, we said it was about healing, rest, recovery, quiet rest, to just taking time out to heal. Like I said, instead of seeking something external to fill that void, to fill that missing piece, you have to be quiet, go within. I think I did a short was it the other night, about just taking the time to go within and find out what really inspires you, okay? That void can be filled with creativity, determination, something new, something you're passionate about, okay? That's all you-centered. It's not about somebody else, okay? So there's so many things that you can do, but you got to take the time to rest and really think about what these things are, okay? What can make you whole, all right? Without it being something other than, you know, you don't want to solely rely on a person. A person cannot make you feel whole, okay? So what is the 4 of Swords about? Acorn, yeah, taking a rest. Taking time to plant a seed. You know, if you plant seeds, they will eventually bear fruit. But there's a germination period, right? Look at it that way. This is a time to rest and grow. But your harvest will reap the rewards, you know, that's your key. You know, this is the time. You have room to grow. In that void, there's so much room to grow. So if you plant the seeds in that void, here's the key. To walk through a new door, to find new opportunities, okay? You're gonna find freedom from the imprisonment of being in that hole, okay? What's on the other side will be like resolving a mystery. You know, the truth is gonna come to you. And the truth is taking time out to rest and plant the seeds for your future, because they will bloom, they will harvest, okay? And that's the key. That's the key to this whole thing, this whole journey. Let me see. What else? Get one more. Yeah. Busy. You're going to be busy. Create your own nourishment. You know, that's what the bees do. They make their own honey. They're creating their own nourishment. It takes a lot of hard work. But you got to take action. Make your healing a priority. Okay? Maybe, you know, getting into, you know, like-minded individuals, counseling, having these social interactions with your peers will also help you as well. Okay? Just feel better about yourself. And, but yeah, coming up with a project, taking the time to think about a passion project that will really get you enjoying the moment. Okay? That's where you want to stand. That's where your foundation will begin. Okay? You want to ground yourself and rebuild from that. Because we have the Ace of Wands. There's a new career, a new beginning. Maybe you're planning to travel. Maybe that's a way to get unstuck. Maybe you just need to travel, right? Anthony Bourdain, think about him. You know, he used to travel and experience other cultures and food, and that's just the most amazing way to live in the moment and to just enjoy life and, you know, what the world has to offer. So yeah, that's one way to really help you feel whole, to feel like you're not missing something, right? It could reflect this traveling to find your missing piece, but I think it's more positive than that. It's more about going out and exploring the world, seeing the world. Okay? Yeah. The more you know, okay? The more you travel, the more you become aware of things. Just remember that your journey is more important than anything else, because there are these individuals who are rats. They will attempt to sometimes get you off your path. These are the traitors, the untrustworthy people. You know, maybe you have to be concerned about your health. You know, like I said, your mental health, your wellness on this journey is always very important. And I say that as a healer, okay? So if you're having any health issues, go to the doctor, get those checked out as well. But yeah, watch out for the traitors in your midst. Any untrustworthy people. Your path, you need to stay true to your path. If you choose this, don't let these people come and try to veer you or steer you off your goal, okay? And the goal is to get better, to be spiritually aware, to be at peace with yourself, at peace with the world. That's the end goal, isn't it? Yeah. Getting down to the root of things, right? Getting down to the truth. And there's magic there, okay? You can manifest this new beginning for yourself, right? If you focus on yourself and find out what it is that makes you happy, there's magic in that, and it's so powerful, okay? But it does, like I said, it takes strength, courage. But this healing journey, it's an honorable path, all right? And you do have guardians. You have your ancestors watching out for you, okay? Stay true to this path. Because, like I said, when I was talking about the Shel Silverstein book, when you get to the end of your journey and you have all those experiences and life lessons behind you, the blessings that will come into your life, okay? Once you've leveled up, you'll really begin to see how things will improve, okay? If you stay true. We got the Ace of Cups. Again, it's about love, relationships. I think, you know, again, we're not talking about anything external. So this is about falling in love with yourself again, loving you, looking after yourself, your own well-being, cultivating a good relationship with yourself, all right? Treating yourself with the love, okay? Cutting yourself some slack if you need to, taking a break if you need to. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Like I said, I get a little overwhelmed at Christmas time, But a week after Christmas, I have a vacation. It's my one vacation a year, and I do absolutely nothing. But I love it, and it's just such a rejuvenating, revigorating time for me where I just can rest, relax, get my sleep, eat good food, listen to music. It's just, I do all these things just to nourish my soul. And yeah, it's okay to do things for yourself. To, you know, wellness, that's what it's all about, right? Self-care. So what is this Ace of Cups about? I think I already called this. Okay, so we got 80 mushroom. Things that grow in the dark. Like I said, things that grow in the void. You plant the seeds, things are going to grow. Perfect place. You know, don't try to fill it with things that aren't necessary or things that are no good for you. If you plant what is good for you, you know, your harvest will come true, like I said. You're planting the mushrooms, yeah. And you know this to be true. You're building your foundations, but you also have this wisdom, you know, down to the core of your bones, all right, that you need to build this stronger foundation, because this is for your family, your children. You want to leave something behind. I mean, you know, maybe you feel like this is about breaking cycles, generational trauma, whatnot, but this is for your future, okay? You want to leave something behind, something healthier, something more meaningful for your offspring. Just your children seeing you work through tough times and stay strong. You don't have to be perfect, but you're showing them that you don't give up, because that's life, right? It's a very valuable lesson to show your kids that you just keep going, all right? If things are hard, that's the best example. One of the best things you could teach your kid, okay? So yeah, building strong foundations, planting the seeds for your future, okay? Because if you don't, okay, there could be this eruption, some kind of emotion, okay? You may just sort of feel like if we don't look after ourselves, this unresolved traumas and emotions might explode. Okay, we really want to deal with that. Okay, if you're angry, if you have a sort of a temper, okay, it's because you're spending so much time looking at outside of what can fulfill you that you're getting angry, because guess what? You're never going to find it. So you're getting frustrated. All right, and if you continue, there's going to be this eruption of emotions. So what I'm saying is, and I'm not saying no one is ever in this lifetime going to find their soulmate. I'm not saying that's not a valuable journey. You know, maybe it is meant for you, but I just, you know, keep it in check, right? It's always not, you know, if you feel low self-esteem or a lack of love, that's not going to come from someone else, okay? If that makes sense. But because if you're so focused on finding your missing piece and not focused on the day-to-day, the moment, the journey, you're going to get angry, because it's going to take you even longer to get there. And the more you search and the more you search, you know, the universe, like I said, is going to send you these lessons, right? These challenges. And if you keep kind of missing the point, the universe is just going to keep hitting you with the same situation, the same lesson over and over again until you get it, okay? So I just want you guys to be aware of that. But we have the Empress, right? Moving into this state of grace, being okay with yourself, loving yourself, you know? Maybe nature will help fulfill your desire to be whole. Maybe it's through art, you know, but surround yourself with beautiful things. It doesn't have to be expensive. Like I said, just nature, making art, I don't know, just music, beautiful music. All of those things can nurture your soul. All right. Tell me more about this Empress. The Moth. Yeah, you're in a transition period. All right. but you're headed towards the light. Okay? You may feel taking the time out to heal isn't doing anything, but it really is. I mean, a moth becomes a moth from a caterpillar. They have to go within their cocoon. And that's exactly what we have with the Four of Wands. Okay? You have to give yourself time to work through that transition. Okay? But you will find the light, absolutely. Okay? One way or another, it doesn't matter. As long as you're focused on your own well-being and dealing with those old soul wounds, old traumas, old issues, you are always on the right path to true healing. It's inevitable, right? I always feel like Mr. Smith from The Matrix. So who's that guy? It's inevitable. Anyway, but it's going to take a lot of work. Okay, we have the factory. Transitions always do, but it's going to be worth it, okay? Focus within instead of without. See, because when you focus on, here's how energy works. If you focus on something external, what you're actually putting out in the universe is, I'm lacking something. I'm missing something from my life. Woe is me. I need to keep searching for it. Oh my gosh, I'm so upset. I can't find it. I can't find it. Why does nothing ever work out? You're putting out into the universe this energy of lack. It's a lack mentality. And what the universe will do is send that right back to you. Oh, you want more? Okay, you think you're lacking? I'm going to show you exactly what that path is like if you want to continually think you're lacking something. But if you turn it around and think about, your blessings, just thank the ancestors for today, thank the universe for their wisdom, their continued guidance. Tell the universe, your spirit guides, whoever you believe in that you are open to their blessings, you'll really start to see a shift, okay, in what the universe directs towards you. But, the point is, don't stay in that mentality or energy of lack. It's not going to get you anywhere. You're going to stay stuck in that hole and behind that brick wall, okay? A hat. Yeah, it's a manifestation. You can do this. You're a magician. If you're here watching these channels, you're probably a spiritual person anyway. You probably resonate as a starseed, a Wiccan, manifestation energy. You're probably just one of those people. So yeah, you have this power, okay? And I'm just speaking to you as as a friend. We all have the ability to manifest what we need in our lives. It's all about positive energy. What you put out is what you get back. The Wiccans talk about the rule of three. Mind the rule of three, because what you put out there will come back to thee. Do what you will, but do no harm. But just be careful. Karma is a thing, okay? So, and it works the same way. If you think you're in a state of lack, you're calling in negative karma. That's going to affect your karma. And we don't want to do that anymore, okay? It's about seeing things differently. I'm surprised the Hangman didn't come out. But like I said, we have the Fool. Taking a risk, even if you don't know what's on the other side. Okay? It's better than what it is. Staying in that state or sense of lack, okay? Yeah, the Seven of Cups. We said you may feel overwhelmed by everything, but you're wise. You have your ancestors, your spirit guides, your knowledge from all your previous lives, ancient knowledge, your intuition, keen observation is going to help you deal with all of these different choices, the extremes that you will encounter on this journey. But this is an ancient path, a sacred path that you're on. That's why your ancestors are here with you, watching you, guiding you. This is an ancient path, and it requires ancient knowledge to move through these types of transitions to a higher state of being, okay? So know that you're protected. You know exactly what you need to do within. Okay? You really do. You just got to take the time out and tap into that. Okay? A house. Yeah. This is about your stability. Okay? Your own sense of stability. Building a life for yourself. You know exactly what you need to do. All right? And like I said, if you do this first, then all the other blessings will come anyway. You know, your soulmate will come anyway if that's what you're focused on, if that's what you really want in your life. You got to focus on this first. All right? Stability and a proper foundation for yourself, for your spirit, for your soul. Okay? Yeah, and regrowth. All right? You may have been cut down by all of these challenges in life. Like I said, you may have fallen in the hole, fell behind the brick wall, but things regrow. You know, we have the mushroom as well. Things grow in that void. All right? The Hermit, of course, healing, solitude, inner work. That's kind of the overall message here. How do you get yourself unstuck? Do that healing. Do the inner work. Do the shadow work. Okay? There's a lot of great readers out there who are really good with shadow work. Can't think of their names right now. I'll try to look up a few and put them in the comments below. But that's their specialty. And, you know, yeah. I mean, it's important to go to more than one reader as well, right? We all have our specialties, right? So there are a lot of people out there. Oh, Emmie Evolving. Go check her out. No nonsense. If you're interested in doing shadow work, go check her out. Emmie Evolving is her name. Okay. No affiliation, but she's pretty cool. Okay. So what is this Hermit about? The ladder. Climbing out of the hole. Going within to climb out of the hole. There we go. Climb out of the hole. This is so funny. Climb over the brick wall. You know? There you go. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to find how to just get unstuck. That's so comical. All right. And the crow. We have the crow 49. I just want to double check. The crows usually, or ravens, can be an omen, right? It can be an omen of bad news. All right. If you don't do this inner work, like I said, you're doomed to repeat the same lessons over and over again. All right. So that could be the bad news. You know, it may stop you from climbing out of that hole, right? So, it's just time to stop, to ground yourself. Maybe you spend too much time moving from place to place. That can really, we all need roots. We're human beings, right? We're connected to the earth. We need roots, just like the trees, okay? So if you move around too much, like there's nothing wrong with traveling, but if you're feeling a little lost and just moving from place to place, it might be a good time to just find a spot for yourself and stay put for a while, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. All right, but like I said, the main goal is to heal, to rest, to recover. You can't do that if you're just boop, 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 boop. Okay, you need at least a foundation, a homestead. All right, pipe, yeah, and contemplate. Think about, spend the time thinking about what that home base. If you're missing a home base, what is it that you want for that home base? Okay. And create that for yourself. No one can bring that or give that to you, okay? But spend time thinking about it, contemplating it. And then finally, the Strength card. You guys are all very strong, okay? If you're still... I saw the best video the other day. This guy was talking about depression, and he said, you know, if you go through this journey, all the hard times, even like with the pandemic, and you've gone through all that, and you still wake up every day, you're so badass and strong. This is why I said you got to cut yourself some slack and give yourself a little bit of credit. All right? You're stronger than you think. What is the Strength card about? Excuse me, just need a drink of water. Okay. I don't even know what happened to my music there, but anyway. Tell me about the Strength card. Have the strength to move past whatever is holding you back. You know, we can get addicted to the search for our missing piece. All right? And like I said, doing that could actually hold you back from your spiritual development, from your true healing that needs to take place. Okay? That's the state of lack I talked about earlier. If you're dealing with addictions or anything like that, those things are holding you back. All right? So, you do have the strength to overcome 100% anything that is holding you back from what you truly deserve and how you should truly be, your own personal truth, right? Tell me about the strength. Yeah. A lot of you are waking up or becoming woke, dare I say. But you're starting to see your third eye is opening. Okay? You're becoming wiser, stronger. You're starting to recognize the things that are holding you back. Okay? Maybe part of your journey because you're always seeking, searching, and seeking for this missing piece, you were always coming in touch or into contact with people who were untrustworthy, unhealthy for you, toxic. And now you're beginning to see that there was a pattern to that. But like I said, once you stop obsessing with trying to find your missing piece, your soulmate, whatever it is, your passion, whatever that thing that you feel is so attainable that you keep searching for it. And, it's like you're jumping ahead. You're jumping to the end of the book. Okay? But you have to go through the whole book to truly understand what's going on. All right? You can't just jump to the ending. So, a whole bunch of cards fell out. Okay, so, yeah. The 77 comment. I mean, again, constantly searching for something external could lead to disaster. Okay? There's nothing but turmoil in that. There's nothing but destruction in that. Okay? You have to have the love for yourself. Okay? Don't expect someone else to make you feel loved. You got to love yourself, okay? But wash away those thoughts that you're in the state of lack, okay? And because it's a warning. The hag is always a warning, all right? You have to keep going. Cleanse yourself if you have to do that. But just keep moving forward, go with the flow. Purify the negative energies if there's any blockages that might be preventing you from moving forward. Katie McLaughlin, the Pisces Club, does really good energy work with regards to blockage, so I'll put her link below as well. But just know that bad karma. You don't want to bring more bad karma into your life, okay? So let's get some final advice from, believe in your own magic. I just picked this up. This is my Christmas present to myself. Let me see. Ancestors, spirit guides, angels, higher beings, what final advice do you have for those who are feeling stuck, and how do they get unstuck as they move forward on their healing journey? How do they get unstuck? Nostalgia. Focus on the here and now. I mean, you kind of can't make this stuff up. I mean, that's what I've been saying, like right from the beginning. Okay? Focus on, in the meantime, until you find your missing piece. This is all about what to do in the meantime. Don't sit around pining for this thing that you think you're missing or worrying about not feeling whole. What are you going to do in the meantime? That's what we're doing here tonight, okay? I hope that makes sense. Unplug and relax for a spell. Right? It's kind of just repeating what we already talked about with the number 4 swords. And start a revolution. Yeah, like, I mean, it's looking after ourselves. This is what our society is so much about, right? It's funny because we don't spend enough time looking after ourselves. It's always about work, 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 making money, you know, more. What can I buy? You know, the best vacations, the best trips, the best clothes, da. You know, it's not doing us any good, right? Like, the world needs healers more than ever, okay? And the way things are in the world right now, it's not set up to foster a sense of well-being, all right? So I think all of us need to start a revolution, okay? We are important. We deserve to be happy. And if working or being within that rat race, the rat race, if it harms you, if it's not for you, it's okay to step out of that and find what's right for you, okay? So, yeah. Anyway, let me know, you guys, if that resonates, what you think of this reading. Again, thank you for sticking with me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for part 2, 3, and 4. They'll take place every Wednesday for the next 3 Wednesdays. So I'll make sure there will be notifications up, just reminding everyone. And I'm also working on getting my website up, where you'll find, you know, I make certain products. So I have my own black salt that will soon be up on my website. I think black salt is the best thing for banishing any negative or demonic or dark energy that you might feeling around your spirit, around your home. And it also smells really good. So that will be available on my website soon. I also make natural bath salts with lots of natural herbs, good for relaxation, good for your spiritual well-being. Water cleanses. So I'm a huge believer in the salt bath, okay? So I'll be making different kinds of bath salts. I'm just working on the recipes right now. But this one right now is the earth bath. Smells wonderful. There's so much good stuff in here. Cloves, anise, cardamom, all kinds of good things. So it smells so good. And I'll also be making or offering prayer beads, Wiccan prayer beads, and custom made, one-of-a-kind tarot boxes. No one will be the same because I get bored. But for those of you who read cards, no, I can't open it, it's stuck. Let me know. I guess this is a marketing question. Let me know if you would prefer a tarot box lined in cloth or velvet, or just paint it on the inside. I don't know. I don't want to ruin anyone's cards. Okay, so anyway, I know that was a long reading because of the introduction I have to give. The next 3 readings won't be that long. And, you know, I'll still do the fun readings on the weekend. I will do a little soulmate reading for those of you, you know. But right now, I really specifically wanted this reading to focus on those who, you know, just might be feeling a little lost, okay? All right. So anyway, until the next time, you guys, I will see you later. Thanks. Bye.